Hey guys, welcome back to SSR Wellness. Thank you for clicking on. Thank you for stopping by. All right, so this is the part 2 of Quarantine Kids Quandary, and we're going to be actually speaking with the kids this time, the actual kids, getting their feedback and kind of getting how they're coping and how they're dealing with the online schooling in terms of stress and just overall performance. Are they performing just as well? Are they underperforming now because they're at home? We'll get some of those answers. We'll also have a performance psychologist, Mr. Powell. He'll be at the end of the video, guys. So try and watch the entire video. Be a little patient with the kids. They would have to take a little time to get across their points. So be a little patient, but stay till the end of the video so you can get to watch the performance psychologist. And you're going to have some great suggestions. You're going to learn a lot. I really hope this video adds some value to the whole situation, this online schooling. So I'll see you back again at the end of the video. Thank you for stopping by. Boom. All right, guys. Welcome back to SSR Wellness. Today, I have a special guest with me, and I'm going to let her introduce herself. Can you tell us what your name is and how old you are?
JADE.
And how old are you?
I'm
3 years old. Wow. So tell me, do you do classes online, Jade?
Yes.
Yes, you do classes online. Do you like doing classes online?
Yes, and I love going to school.
You do like classes online and you love going to school.
Yes.
What do you love about going to school? Why do you love going to school?
My friends and my teacher and play.
You see your friends and your teachers and you can play.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So when you're online at home, do you see your friends and teachers and play?
They just go out and then I can see them still.
Oh, you can see them still on the computer.
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
On my computer.
On your computer. Okay. So tell me, do you do your homework online?
I just do my homework and just color and then just write in my books.
Oh, you write in your books? Okay. And so how do you give the teacher the homework?
You just have to show her.
Oh, you just have to show her.
Like this.
You just lift it up and show her like that?
Yeah.
Okay, and then she marks it. That's very, very good. All right, tell me, what do you do to protect yourself from corona?
You just have to stay away from them.
You have to just stay away from them. Very interesting. Thank you very much, Jade. Is there anybody you want to shout out and say hello to?
Yes.
Who?
You.
Thank you, Jade, for that shout out. Thank you for joining us on SSR Wellness. It was our pleasure.
Me.
And shout out yourself. And mommy.
Me.
Great. All right. Thank you, Jade.
And my sister.
Oh, how could you forget your sister? We can't forget your sister. All right. So keep on doing your online classes. Keep on getting good grades, doing all your homework and being a good girl.
Okay, bye.
All right. Bye, Jade. Hey guys, welcome back to SSR Wellness. Thank you for joining in. Today I have a very, very special guest, super special guest. And this is Miss Sienna Wallace. Hi, Sienna.
Hi.
Hey. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with me today. Thank you very much, Sienna, for coming.
Yeah.
All right, Sienna. Give me a background. How old are you? Tell me your age. Okay. Tell me your name. Introduce yourself to us.
My name is Sienna and I'm 6 years old.
6 years old. Great. Okay, Sienna. Good job. So, I want to ask you today, do you know, or give me in your own words, what is COVID-19? Do you know what it is?
It is a virus and it can kill.
It can kill. So that means it's a dangerous virus. Okay. All right. So what do you do to protect yourself from this dangerous virus? What do you do?
I wear a mask
You wear a mask. Okay. Anything else?
and the sanitize.
And you sanitize. So you wear a mask and you sanitize. So do you go where a lot of crowded people are? Do you go in a lot of crowds?
No,
No, because you have to stay away from other people as much as you can, right? From big crowds at least. So you wear a mask, you sanitize, and you keep your distance.
yes,
That sounds just about right?
yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So tell me, Sienna, about online classes. How does this work? How does this online class thing work? I don't know. Tell me about it.
Well, you learn the same way as you would by face to face, but on a computer, phone, or tablet.
All right. All right. So tell me what you like about the online school and what you don't like about it.
And what I like about it is that some of my friends are online.
Some of your friends are online. Anything else?
Why I don't like it is because the teacher doesn't show her full outfit.
Say that again.
My teacher doesn't show her full outfit.
The teacher doesn't show her full outfit.
Yeah.
And you like to see the teacher's full outfit. That's
Yes.
very, I understand, Sienna. I understand. So, do you miss face to face school? Do you miss being at school face to face? Or are you rather to stay at home online?
I miss face to face.
You miss face to face?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I want to see all my friends.
Because you want to see all your friends. So, do you still talk to your friends online?
Yeah.
You guys still talk and play online with each other?
Yeah. We have lots of fun.
You have lots of fun. Okay, that's very good. All right, I have one more question for you. If you were the prime minister,
Okay.
like today, we have Prime Minister Sienna. What would you do? What would you do to fix COVID-19 problem? What would you do?
Get everyone in the world vaccinated, including COVID-19.
You'd vaccinate the virus itself.
Yes.
I think they need to take that into consideration. Thank you very much, Sienna, for coming.
I need to ask
Sure.
you a question.
I'm here.
You're wearing?
What's this I'm wearing?
Is that merch that you're wearing?
Merch.
Yeah.
Yes, this is my merch I'm wearing, Sienna.
I want it.
You want one? Okay, I'm going to have to get a little, the baby line, and you're going to be the first one to wear my merch for me. Thank you very much. Do I have to pay you to wear the merch? All right, I'll talk to your manager. I'll talk to your manager. Your mom who's your manager. All right, Sienna, thank you very much for joining SSR Wellness. Would
My
you like
mommy
to
and
shout
daddy.
out anybody?
My teacher, my mommy and daddy.
All right. All right. Thank you for coming, Sienna. Thank you for being a guest on SSR Wellness. And you take care. You keep mashing up the online schooling and keep getting those good grades, okay?
Okay.
All right. See ya. Bye.
See ya. I'll soon be a YouTuber like you.
Okay, welcome back to SSR Wellness, guys. All right, we have another special guest. I'll just let him introduce himself. You just have to tell me your first name and your age.
Okay, my name's Aiden, and
Go again?
I'm 12 years old. I'm Aiden, and I'm 12 years old.
12 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, big boy. All right, Aiden, can you tell me, just give me an idea, how has COVID affected your life overall?
Pretty much it's affected it by it's kind of made us like get on. So one thing it's affected us with is school
School,
is
yeah?
big thing. Um, Actually we got less work, or kind of, and
Oh, you got less work since you're online?
yeah, I would say I got less work since online.
Cool.
And but actually it was kind of harder to learn stuff there, like because you can't, it's like, and it's harder to make friends because you know how in class you just like talk to kids while they're in
Right.
class. You can't do that because then yeah, you just can't, because on Zoom
So
you
it's
just,
harder to make friends
yeah.
and you get
And
less work.
another thing is it's hard. It got down on like, so where we got much less athletic. Like I used to play a lot of sports, but since COVID, I wasn't really able to do much of that. And then
Oh,
I had to get back in shape.
wow, wow. So you weren't able to play a lot of sports. So do they have like online PE, physical ed class?
Yeah, but nobody actually. It's like yeah, it's just no, but nobody actually does it. I
Nobody
don't.
goes.
No, they all go, but they don't do it. They just
Don't do
like sit
actually do
by
the
and
exercises.
no. Yeah.
Nah, it's just not the same. Wow. Okay, so all right, tell me what do you like and what do you dislike about the online classes?
Oh, what I like is they give you time to like in class you're always talking, and then they give you homework at the very end, and then you have to complete it at home. But I like is they have put separate times online to complete work that's due, and it's also, and yeah, and you do a lot of, and it's like you do more like studying by yourself, which I like that better.
You like that part. And what don't you like about the online classes?
What I don't like is it's pretty much, it's like it's really hard to make friends because like it's really boring to just watch TV all day. Like my eyes get red really fast whenever I
Oh, your
watch
eyes get
TV,
red from looking at the
and
screen all day?
yeah, and if I also look too long, I get a headache. So I
Oh,
don't really
wow. Oh,
like to
no.
watch or play too much. I like to do it at like separate times.
Yeah,
So that's one thing, and I couldn't really do anything else. So that's one thing I dislike.
get you. I get you. Wow. So is it easier, like how you're doing online because you have Google right there beside you? Do you look up all the answers? How is that?
I don't look for, so mostly I just like, I try not to look up all the answers. I just like, if I don't, I might cheat a little. Like say if I don't know a word like in this test, um, I like I like so like there's like some complicated math words in my test, so
Yeah,
I'll just search that up if I don't know.
yeah.
But I try not to like cheat.
Try not to cheat, obviously. But it is a little easier because you have the technology right beside you.
Yeah, and they can't see you.
Yeah, and in
And
class,
well, one thing I liked more here in U.S. than Jamaica
yeah,
is you didn't have to turn on your camera here in U.S. You could like,
you can turn on the camera.
no, in Jamaica you have to turn on your camera the whole time, but in
Okay.
U.S. you didn't have to do that.
Okay, so in the US, you don't have to turn on your camera all day.
No,
So you can just log on and be there. Well, somebody who,
yeah,
yeah, not you,
somebody
because
probably
you're
does.
always in class.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. So tell me one thing you think that teachers can do to make online classes easier for the students. Just
I
one
think
thing. Can you think of anything?
let me think about it. I think one thing they can do is like uh, are you talking about here in US or Jamaica?
Anyone.
I think for Jamaica they should like give an outline so like that they how in like class they give you paper notes of the
Right.
class. In
Right.
Jamaica they weren't doing that so or that much like we weren't taking that much notes so I think they could like give an outline of the class and here in US they need to kind of give some more work because they they give us like one assignment that takes us 10 minutes and they
And
give us
that's it.
30 minutes to complete it
Wow.
and so we have a lot of yeah.
Okay. Very good. Very good. And one thing that you think your parents can do, or not your parents, but parents in general, what's one thing that parents can do to help kids in this whole online schooling thing?
I think one thing they can do is um okay I actually can't think of anything. One thing they can do is give them like it's so, like try to make them get connect them with people because kids right nowadays aren't really like right now I don't have anything that I only have an iPad and it's kind of hard to connect.
Yeah.
So it's for us right now we don't really try to connect new like they can try and find some old friends or someone that they can come over and stuff.
Cool. Interesting. Interesting. So are YouTube and like this other social media, are they a distraction to you during school?
No, not really. The only thing it's YouTube isn't really a distraction because I stay clear of YouTube because a lot of times a couple times I did it when I was doing it when and so I was watching YouTube and then I can't hear the class and in class they call out your name to see if
Oh,
you're there and you usually do it. So I don't think YouTube and those stuff are that big of problems. I think video games are bigger ones.
video games are probably a little more distracting. Okay.
No, I mean they're less distracting because you can hear
Oh, because you
you
can
can
hear.
hear them calling their name. So
Okay. All right. So do you feel like since you've been online, do you feel like you're falling behind in class? Or are you the same, or is your work better? Is your grades better?
I think my grades are a little worse online than in school. It's in school you have enough you don't I think it's been falling behind a little because I in here you can just get up, use the bathroom, go get something to eat. It's really tempting, and you can also get something to play with, and yeah. So it's in school. You just there's nothing else to do but listen to the teacher. So
Yeah,
I think I'm falling a little behind down, or not falling. I'm not falling behind, but it's my grades are worse.
get you. I get you. All right, very interesting. All right, all right, one last question. If you were the president of the United States, what would you do to fix COVID-19?
What I would do is right now or early in when it started.
All right, give me both. Whenever, give me what you have.
Okay, right now I would buy the presidents weren't I'd buy more vaccines because I know the president we're not buying as much vaccines as other countries.
Yeah.
I'd buy a ton of vaccines. And I heard on the news it was actually two times more effective than the flu vaccine, the
Okay.
vaccine. And right back then I think Jamaica did a really good job, but US didn't. Um Like one thing I like they were like I think you have to require a public mask thingy and
Yeah.
hand sanitizer or not like wherever you go because in US they weren't doing that much and there's a lot of people that would like have their masks below their nose or not have a mask or they wouldn't hand sanitize in public and yeah. And they weren't even and they weren't doing like in Jamaica they were doing a lot of advertising about wash
Yeah.
your hands, keep social distance. They weren't doing it as much here. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Thank you, President
Yeah.
Aiden. All right.
Mm.
Thank you very much for joining us on SSR Wellness. You have really enlightened us today. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, Aiden. Thanks so much. And we'll see you again soon.
See you later. Bye.
All right. Bye. Hey guys, thank you for staying and watching the video. Hope it's adding some value. I hope you're getting some insight into the plight of our children's journey during this whole online schooling. Well, I'm about to introduce to you our special guest. That's Mr. Nicholas Powell. He's the CEO of the Mind Game. You can find him on Instagram at It's a Mind Game. And he's just going to give us some really good, practical, tangible methods of how we can cope with this whole situation, especially, for our children as well. So stick in, stick through. You don't want to miss this part. This is Mr. Nicholas Powell, our sports psychologist, as he has now made me know, he's actually a performance psychologist. So thank you for staying by. I'll see you at the end of the video, okay? All right, welcome back to SSR Wellness, guys. Thank you so much for joining us again. Thank you for staying on the video. Thank you for tuning in. Very interesting stuff. And with us today, guys, we have a special guest, Mr. Nicholas Powell. He's a sports psychologist. Nicholas, just introduce yourself. Give us a little background. Tell the viewers, what's sports psychology?
Okay, yeah. Name is Nicholas R. Powell. The R stands for greatness. And sports psychology pretty much is for the people who do sports. Think about a time where you had a big game coming up and the anxiety that came with it. My job is to teach people the tools to help them to overcome those feeling of anxiety so it doesn't take away from their performance. I also work with individuals who are trying to achieve certain types of goals, whether it's fitness goals, personal goals, professional goals, help them to reverse engineer the goals, develop the tools needed to overcome whatever challenges may arise so it doesn't take away from it in an effort to achieve those goals. So that's what sports psychology is. Originally from Kingston, went to Jamaica College before I was invited to leave. And then went on to GC Foster, had my degree, my certificate from GC Foster, taught at Wilmer's Boys for a year, then got a track scholarship to the US where I studied psychology and physical education and have a master's in sports psychology, in kinesiology, which is sports psychology, emphasis in sports psychology. And have worked with professional athletes all over the world. So yeah, that's pretty much just a quick overview of what I have done. The name of my company is The Mind Game.
The Mind Game. Very interesting. Expound for me a little on reverse engineering goals. That sounds like we're breaking down the goals in a new way and attacking them a different way. Tell us a little more about that.
Yes, so the thing is, a lot of time we set goals and our focus is on, I want to achieve the goal. And we work from where we are to where we think the goal should be. And never really break it down and say, okay, the goal is X point. Let's work backwards from there to get to where we are right now. So we reverse it and we look at all the possible obstacles that could arise in order for us to set the goal. Some people say, I'm going to give my best, and wherever the wheel pop off, that's where hopefully we achieve that goal. This is more intentional, where we sit down and we really spend some time figure out what are some things what are some of the strengths that will help you to achieve these goals, and what are some of the areas we need to improve on to help you achieve these goals, and then what is the motivation behind the goal. So we really dig deep into it. The goal setting process is not just a 5-minute thing. It actually takes a lot of time to help to break down what we need to do in order to achieve these goals.
Very interesting. Very, very
Yeah.
interesting. So Nicholas, how has COVID affected you, first of all,
Yo, be
and your
honest,
business, and tell us.
big time. To be honest, in the beginning, it was really tough, right? Once we're trying to figure out where everything is on hold, we're trying to figure out what's the next step. And we thought it would have been over pretty soon, but it didn't. And then being at home, it was cool. I'm at home in my home office. But after a while of being by yourself, the walls start talking to you. You understand? It's almost like you're stuck with your thoughts. And then people were saying you can't leave out and go outside and all of that. Lucky for me and our neighborhood, we can go out for a run and for free in my mind. Because if I couldn't come out of the house, it would have mashed me up big time. But we have a park close by where they never shut down the park yet. And we could have run around and just to clear my mind. Business-wise, because majority of my clients are athletes, are people who are in fitness, they couldn't go into the facilities. So at first, they put it on hold because they can't make the money, they can't go out and do whatever. And then as it starts, get to them mentally, and some of them start going to depression, then we start working back with some athletes to help them to create activities to help them keep their mind to the best of their ability, to take away from some of the anxiety they were experiencing and the depression and the nervousness.
You spoke to it may lead to depression and anxiety. I was just
Yeah.
going over part of your of the mind games mandate, and a part of it sticks out at me where you say you remove mental clutter that inhibits optimal performance.
Yeah.
Speak to us a little about how that would fit in right now with these students. How would you be able to give me some pointers how you would remove the mental clutter of depression, the mental clutter of anxiety, so that they're ready to perform whenever the time comes by?
So the thing is, the way our mind works, we're exposed to over 4,000 stimuli per day, right? So we get exposed to all different type of things. And that's not even taking into consideration the phone that you're going through, the social media that you're being exposed to even more. Whenever we're in an emotional state, we can't think clear, right? So if you notice, some people say them get so angry that them black out, them can't think what go on. If you're too happy, you overcommit yourself. If you're depressed, then you undercommit. You don't. So those negative thoughts that go along. So my approach is to use CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy approach, to help individuals to change the way in which they think by helping them to develop a plan to process through. So no matter what state you're in, once you have a plan, when you have a roadmap or you know your GPS on point, you might panic for a little bit, but you have something that you automatically go back to and you regain your level of confidence. But when you don't have a plan, when there's nothing in place to say, okay, this is what we need to do to execute it, it's so easy for us to get discouraged. And if we're not totally confident, even when we are confident in our ability, we start over time, we start questioning ourselves, am I capable of doing it? And that self-fulfilling prophecy becomes more real because I'm saying, I don't think I can do it. Then I start snowballing and I start believing. And then I start acting the manner that I am not able to do that. So because this we're gonna get distracted. My job is to provide you with the tools that you can get back on track a lot quicker, so it doesn't take away from your performance, from your drive when it do happen. Because it's not should it happen, it will happen. Obstacles always gonna happen. So my job is to provide you with the tools so you're ready.
So how similar is that mental approach, that mental training, that game plan? How similar is it, the approach to sports, as to that of academics?
It's still
Mental approach.
it's the same. So even though I do sports psychology, I market myself as a performance psychology consultant.
Oh,
So everything is performance. So my job is it's the same approach. It's to provide the students with the tools to take on this performance. How are we preparing? How are we putting things in place so we don't get burnout? Because burnout is very real, especially sitting in front of a camera, in front of a computer over and over. So I help them to provide steps and things to help them to kind of change up the way it feels, so it doesn't seem like the same
the monotony
thing
of it.
every day. Exactly.
I've had occasion to use your services, and when I recommend clients to you, it came under injury.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was injured, or I had clients that were injured, and really student athletes and athletes overall out there, even just weekend warrior workout people who just run or do something. When you get an injury, you're not able to. It has a mental effect on you.
Yeah.
So if I were to liken now COVID-19, this whole online schooling, to an injury that we're going through. So it's been a year, it's been 2 years. So let's say it's a long-term injury, and we're all gunning to get back out there, get back on the syllabus, or go back to face. Talk to me, talk us through this long-term injury that we're going through right now, COVID-19.
Okay. First thing is it's not the end of the road. It's a setback. It's not a road. It's not the end of the world. So, and you're not the only person who are experiencing this. Because sometimes we catastrophize it and say, yo, the world end, there's no opportunity. No, opportunities are still there. Okay? Let's focus on your strengths. Let's focus on what we need to do to navigate through this. Right? What are the things you have control over? We're going to control the controllables. We can't control nothing else but the controllables. We control the controllables. So identify what are the things we have control over. Right? Write it down. A lot of time we have it in our head, but remember, when we're in an emotional state, we can't think clear, so we'll forget that. Actually, when you just call me, I'm a vision board, me I work on. I'll pull out the stuff then, but
right.
When we set goals, a lot of time we set goals and we don't write them down. How many times you navigate through the day, you have some things in your mind, and when you lay down in your bed, you say, Jesus, I forgot for the XYZ, because you never write it down. And life, because we're exposed to those stimuli, we get distracted during that time, right? So we start break it down. We know where we're trying to go, getting back into engaging with people. We know what we need to do, what we have control over. Protect ourselves, make sure that we are hand sanitized, we are wash our hands, we do all of that. We make sure that we are wearing masks, right? Some people believe that it don't help. I rather protect myself and don't need it than don't protect myself and need it.
Exactly.
Protect yourself. Go out there, do what you need to do, right? Make sure say take care of yourself physically, because the more stressed you are, is the worse your immune system is, and the more susceptible you are to infection, diseases,
Overall.
whatever it is. So we want to make sure that them there are the things that we have control over. We eat properly for the best of our ability, because everybody can't afford it. We have to make sure that we don't eat no we for fast food and all of that. We minimize that, right? Then one of the things that worked for me during the time, I had a pod that I was a part of. So there are a number of individuals that I trust that we hang out together.
You had a pod?
We call it a pod. It's just a small circle of friends where we hang out together, we interact together. So going back to the school, the teachers can put students in pods. So them now interact with everybody on campus,
Right.
but them might get social interaction where them in a small group enough where they might interact with people, because part of the hierarchy needs is the need for connection. Right? So now she are going 2 days a week and 3 days on the computer. When she don't work on the computer, what I have her do is she start off in the morning with one class in her room. Later in the day, she move her to the dining room where she change the environment, and then she might wrap up in our office. Right? So
So this is one day. Three different locations during
3 different. We have changed it up. So it's almost like, because if she there school, should I go from class to class? Right? Since the COVID thing, them have the teachers, them are move instead of the student, them are move because they know so much kids are go through the hallway.
Right.
But moving to different places during different class, it gives you a sense of difference. It get your blood flowing because you have to get up and move from where there. And you know, in the one spot. We make sure say she open up her windows when she in her room so the sunlight are coming, because she need that sunlight, so that is important. Make sure say she have a whole lot of water in her room. She have snacks, stuff like that.
Let me ask you, does she use a headset?
Sometimes she use a headset, sometimes she just have the computer right there.
So do you, as a parent, want to be able to hear what is happening in school, or you have that trust for her that, okay, she's in school?
Me have a level of trust. Me have a level of trust. But me still pop in and check for see what go on. And then me just listen, because she talkative like me, so she in a class and I interact and all of them things. So me check in on her and just listen.
What about social media distractions and that sort of thing?
That's something me have to try for balance. So some days me have to take her phone from her. You know,
So
it's a kid.
issue. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a kid. So, you know, some give her some level of freedom, but at the same time, you know, my monitor her grades. We have a system where we can log in. So if she miss her homework and she late for turning in an assignment, we can able to see it. And, yes, and the teacher them know me, but very involved with the teacher them. Where them know me, so me check them and say, hey, if she would think of giving some trouble, give me a call.
I spoke with a teacher, and she said a statement to me. She said we're talking about the same online classes, and she said that the success of the student online, it has a correlation to the effort of the parent. Would you agree or disagree?
I agree to an extent. You have some kids who are very disciplined. And a lot of parents struggle because some of the work them or the youth them learn, them don't know to navigate it. But one of the things I'm going to encourage parents to do is, even though you don't know to navigate it, check in with them. When them know say you check in and you check in with the teacher, the accountability, the relationship between effort increases. There's a book called Mindset by Carol Dweck, and it's very good for academics. They use it here in the schools here, and they use it in performance. And there's a thing about fixed mindset and growth mindset. Fixed mindset is, this is how the situation is, and it will never change. I'm not good at this. I can't drive. I can't run fast. I can't lift them weights. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Growth mindset is saying, I cannot do this yet. And with that yet, but means I am doing everything possible to get better. And I might not be able to do it today, but if I keep trying over time, I'm going to get there. Or I'm going to get closer. So I may never achieve my goal of being a millionaire. But because of the effort I have put in, I'm going to get a couple $100,000. I may never achieve my goal of losing 50 pounds. But because I put in the effort, I lose 35, which is closer than if me did say, yo, I can't lose the weight. I've tried several times and it not happen. So it doesn't make sense. I'm trying no more. So that is the approach we take with fixed mindset, growth mindset, working with your student out there and say, yeah, I know you're not good at this right now, but we are going to learn more about it. Don't forget better at it. Right? And we are going to figure out what your strength is to help you to work through it. It's very challenging, especially when you're in a classroom with a lot of students. But that is where the parents come involved, or the big brother, or the big sister. Come in and help out.
So even we as parents shouldn't plant a fixed mindset, or even if we had a fixed mindset, we definitely should not try pass it on and make them inherit it. We need to be passing on growth mindset.
And sometimes it's hard because them not realize them at the fixed mindset when them are pass on, right? Them just not realize it. Remember one of my mentors when me start my business, I say, I'm going to tell them, so me I go come to Jamaica, come talk to the professional athletes, like racers and MVP and stuff. They must say, yo, why not wait till you create billion name? Then people not going to give you a chance. I'm going to say, okay, cool. I'm going to listen to them because me always willing to listen. But because me believing in my product, I pursued it anyway. Even though a lot never developed out of it, I was able to learn some things that had I given up, I would not have learned. Yeah. Not only that, I was able to make connections. I have been traveling around the world working with professional athletes because I believed enough in what I was doing to move forward. Right? So just because you come from the ghetto, me grew up on Black Roses Corner, just because me come from the ghetto and come from poverty, there are days when we couldn't go to school, doesn't mean me can't think big. Doesn't mean me can't achieve the goal of becoming the next prime minister. Doesn't mean me can't get a major job and help my family get to that point. But if me believe, say, yo, I come from the ghetto, all I need for going to college is not a thing because my reading is not the best. But I give up on that. Understand? So that's the mindset we work with individuals, not just athletes, but individuals who are trying to take them performance to the next level, help them to break it down, because at the end of the day, it's a mind game.
It is a mind game. Wow,
it is a mind game.
So much, Mr. Powell. Boy, you dropped so many bombs today.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to have to go over this. You dropped a lot of bombs. We really appreciate you taking all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
And we have to just remember, so for those kids out there that may be thinking, boy, this will never be over. We have to get them out of that fixed mindset and get them into a growth mindset and know that this too shall pass,
Yes.
I'm so sorry the time has passed, but trust me, can't tell you thank you enough. I won't no longer going to call you a sports psychologist. You're a performance
performance.
psychologist, because
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man, all of these things definitely can be utilized to improve our performance. And I myself have learned so much from you, and I thank you so much for taking all the time. Thanks for joining
Yeah,
us,
man.
SSR Wellness. Just shout out anybody need to shout out. Big up the mind game. Tell us about your website, where we can get the merch.
Yo, just on Instagram right now. May I work on the website? Forget the website more. Get it up to date to publicize it. But you can find me on Instagram. It's a mind game
It's a
on
mind game.
ins.
That's
Yeah, it's
ITS,
a
mind game.
mind game. So you can find me on Instagram. Always I drop motivational quotes. If somebody want to get asked some questions about performance, whether it's fitness in the gym or athletic performance, or even academic performance, or even business performance, I work with I do team building activities. Yo, just want to shout out all of the people who support me, people like you who encourage me for keep doing this. Um, yeah, man, all of the athletes them will give me the opportunity to believe in me for work with them. And anybody who out there will yo, just reach out to me. It's a mind game on
It's
Instagram.
definitely a mind game.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Thanks
yeah,
a lot for that growth mindset. Big up
yeah,
yourself.
man. Bless.